Welcome back to Murray's Garage. This is episode 3 of the JR Case VAC engine build. Thank you for tuning in.
You can see it's got a little rough on there, but that's fine. It's going in an old tractor. It's not a race car or nothing. It'll be fine. So let's see here. So I've got, this is the oil ring. Let's see if we can get that stretched over that. I think it fits in here, doesn't it? Nope. Alright. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Well, I'm gonna try to anyway. There. Make sure it moves freely. And it does. So if I remember right, I took about, I don't know, a couple months off on this project, but I think these are all the same. It looks like they are. So we'll just start at the third one. I think these ones fit in here. Yeah, they do. Pretty sure my dad bought this when he was this ring expander when he was a kid. All I know is it's old. If my hands will work here. Shit. Nope, almost. And the second one. Close. There we go. And that one moves free. And you can buy all these parts at Napa, like this ring compressor and all that stuff. So if you need that stuff, Evercraft. And it's not the best stuff, but it will get the job done. That's all I've been using. I actually bought a fancy ring compressor, and I went right back to the Evercraft because that's what I'm used to. There we go. There's two, and the last one, and there's no, like, sometimes there's a dot on, like if you're doing a car, there's usually a dot or a triangle or whatever. It's like a funny looking L on the end of the ring. These old tractors, they really didn't do any of that. They just kind of made a ring. So just throw them on there. Just kind of work it over. These rings are stronger than you think they are. I mean, you don't want to spread them out huge, but don't treat them like glass either, because they're stronger than you think they are. Alright. The piston's dressed out. We'll put the bearing in. Make sure that hole's open. You can see it's open. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but we'll put a bearing in it and lube everything up. Standard bearings. And there's a lot of, everybody assembles an engine differently, right? But there is certain points to it where you probably should listen Cleanliness is one of them, which this garage is not the cleanest environment, but for what we're doing here, it'll be fine. This old tractor not gonna be winning any races, let's be honest. So there should be a 3 right there. If you can see that or not. There's a 3 right there on the cap. So that's gonna have to line up somehow. We'll worry about that later. Let's put a bearing in the cap right away. These bearings are just like the rings. They've got a coating on them for wear, stuff like that, but they are stronger than you think they are. And it probably will stick out above the where it bolts, where it clamps down to the rod. That's your crush, I guess is what they call it. I don't know. As long as it fits in there tight, fits in the rod end tight so it doesn't spin, and you have oil pressure, it'll be fine. But let's lube everything up and see if we can get it in number 3 hole. That one's down, so we're good there. We'll slap that in there, and then I'll probably fast forward through number 4. Get that in, and then we should be done with the whole rotating assembly. And we'll go from there. Alright. It'll come out of here. There it goes. Oh boy. Nice and lubed up. Good to go. Put the boots on. I need to get new boots. These things are really tough to get on there because they're probably older than I am. I guess they don't look that old, but still. Alright, that's, boots don't mark the crank up when you're slamming the piston in there. So when you put these in, you want to make sure if all your rings are lined up, or even close to lined up, all your compression will go right past your rings. So I'll lube them up before I put it in there. I'll make sure the rings are, you know, all just, they say there's a specific order you're supposed to go in. Like they'll show you a diagram of where your rings are supposed to be. Like one's supposed to be 10, you know, 10 o'clock. And one's supposed to be 6 o'clock. One's supposed to be 3 o'clock or whatever like that. As long as they're, you know, not in the same area, they should be fine. A lot of engine builders say that these rings, as they're going up and down in the cylinder, they'll actually walk and spin. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, it could be. You can't see in the cylinder, so who knows? But let's lube this up, and I'll set it in the cylinder, and then I'll get you guys up here, and you'll see how I do this stuff. This engine's been sitting for so long. I kind of neglected it a little bit. So the numbers should go towards the cam, which is that way. I'll set it right there. And then I gotta rig up something to get you guys up here. All lubed up. Let's make sure what I was saying. I don't want to be a liar or nothing. Put that one there. Seconds on the back. Thirds over there. Let's put the oil ring over here. Alright, I'm going to put this on there. That should be enough. Don't mind the rust inside the the bushing or the pin. It'll be okay. It's all it's got to do is rust. That's it. There she is. Gonna glide it onto the journal. And that is done. Will that stay right there? Nope, nope. What about right there? Oh, oh. Let's get these boots off now. Boots. Lube up. Grab some gloves. Hold on. Why is this stuff so nasty? It's supposed to be white. It's coming out nasty. All right. It's just for initial startup. And it's supposed to have oil pressure. The last one didn't, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So number 3 is on the other, just like on the other side, it's going towards the cam. There she is. Grab your little castle nuts. Screw them on there. I'll grab my little impact. Just snug them down so people see that. Snug them down. They're supposed to be round, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember the torque spec, but we're just gonna leave it like that. I don't think I torqued these. I'm gonna have to go back. A lot of engine builders will mark them, you know, when they torque them. It's fun in that. Alright, let's spin this over. We'll get number 4 ready. Oh yeah! That. Move it so the journal's up. Right there. And we'll get number 4 ready. Slam that one in there, and then the rotating assembly is done after I torque stuff. she's in there. So if your caps don't have a number on them, like if it's never been tore apart, usually if they have been torn apart, the machinist or farmer or whatever that tore it apart will stamp them. If they're not stamped and you don't know which way these caps go on, lock to lock every time. That little tang right there goes with the tang in the rod, usually 99% of the time. So just so you know that. Let's get one. So, number 4 goes towards the camshaft. That is the procedure. Seated. It's on. If you caught it, I didn't use the boot because I'm sick of them. Let's snug these up. It's got engine oil on the threads, so that's what they used back in the day. That's what I'm gonna use. So let's give it a crank and see what happens. Still moves good. That's good. She's gonna run good. She is gonna run good. Alright, let me look at the torque specs for those rods and we'll go through that. Put some cotter keys in because those are supposed to be cotter keyed for, I'm never scared they were gonna fall out, I guess. That's what they want, that's what they'll get. Well, looks like it's 45 to 50 foot-pounds. So we'll go 45. If the hole doesn't line up, then we'll go 50. Because how you're supposed to do that. Way too much. Here's 45. So let's just pick number 1. Just to make sure. Yep. And that's close. I have to go 50 on that. Let's go 50 on both of them. I might go a little bit more 50. There. Okay. Go 50 on this. And that lines up. Okay. Number 2. I'm just going to go 50 on that. And that's right. Let me check to make sure what they want to do here. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go more, because I don't want to go less, because that's done. And that's lined up. That one lined up perfectly at 45. That one did not. There, okay. That one didn't line up, or that one. Perfect. Alright. And that is that. I'll probably just get you on go fast. This camera mode thing. And then we'll put the cotter keys in. And the rotating assembly is done. Oil pump works. It's timed right. So when I first had this, we had this engine running actually, but for some reason somebody got in here and changed the timing. They pulled the cam out or something. They didn't have the timing right. So Dad and I pulled it apart, pulled the front cover off, and you can see there are three dots. One dot on the crank and 2 dots on the cam. That's supposedly where she should be. But it didn't run good. The valves look okay. I'm just gonna put it together. New rings. Because usually these old tractors will sit so long and then the rings will just seize into the piston. And you don't have any compression. Running it might free them up, but usually they will not come back out. What I do with these, I pull them apart and just put new rings in them. Like my Buzzsaw that is on my channel, that's all I did to that, was just put rings in it. It did not have any compression whatsoever. Put new rings in it, slapped it back in there. I think I even used the original rod bearings. Runs like a top. So with these old tractors, if you're gonna buy one, if it doesn't have any compression, pop the pistons out, find rings, get a good measurement on your rings. You can usually find the right ones. You know, your how thick they are, your bore size, and however many there are. Oil ring, it'll have the measurement on the oil ring, it'll have the measurement on your compression rings. You just go from there. That's how I had to find them last time. I ordered a set. I had to measure them and order to that bore size with that piston. Put those in there, and if your bearings look good, I'd run them. I mean, it depends on what you're doing with these. Like this one, it might drag a field, it might cultivate a little bit. It's not gonna be out there running, 100 acres or anything like that. But I put all new bearings in it, all new rings, and just use the old pistons are fine. I mean, they'll run. So, well, yeah, rotating assembly is in. I just got to put cotter keys in those. I had a whole box of them. Where did I put them? All right, found them. I'm gonna go those ones, maybe. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, that one and that one. Bend those over. Pliers. That was a horrible idea. Remember when I said cleanliness was key? Murray's Garage. I guess we're a tractor channel now. That's all I've been doing. I haven't been working on any cars, I've been working on tractors. That's okay though. Tractors are cool. They're old and cool. was a horrible idea grabbing these pliers. Sure. You really want to just bend the shit out of these things. Like that. That's how they were, you know? So. Get over there. Nope, come back here. There we go. My grandpa always said, bend them in a unique pattern so when you go back to it, you can say, I did that one. I haven't done that, but it's tough with one hand, but there you go. Boom. Boom. Now I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. She's done. That's the bottom end, all finished up. Rotating assembly's in, oil pump is in, cam is in, lifters are in. She's good to go, I think. Let's flip it over and roll it over a couple times, see how it does. Up and down, up and down. Perfect. Put it on top dead center. Boom. And she looks good. Looks good. Next video I'll have the head. Put the head on. Rocker arms, lifters. I need to find one lifter. It's a good thing I got 7 million tractors out there that are. I do this every time I'm off, and I figure what the hell, I might as well start filming it and put it out there. Maybe people will get a kick out of it, or maybe you learn something. Maybe you are interested in it and want to get into it yourself. Just go buy an old tractor. They're a couple $100. Tear it apart, put it back together, and run them. It's better to see them running and driving, even if they're sitting in a shed, than sitting out in the field rotting away. I always like to get old stuff and make it better and running and actually moving under its own power, and I think it's better for the environment, as far as I'm concerned, that they're actually moving and running and driving than just sitting there rotting away, tires are rotting into the ground and all that stuff. So, yeah, if you like it, like, share it, subscribe. I've got some more tractor videos, I've got car videos, I work on about everything in this channel, so I'll keep pumping them out. So thanks for watching. Murray's Garage. I'm Murray's Garage on Troy Murray on Facebook. Murray's Garage on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.